Hi fam, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamila Daura. Thank you for clicking to watch this video. If you are new, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, hi. So today I am going to be working us through what I do for self-care at home to help save me money as a Nigerian living in America. If you live anywhere outside of Africa, just know that service is expensive. Self-care service is expensive. Beauty service is expensive. Anything that you have to do to make life easy for you, it is expensive. All those lifestyle stuff are expensive. It is nothing like back home where you're able to afford, no matter how little you're earning, you're able to afford all these kind of things. So today I want to bring you guys along my self-care routine, the things that I'm going to be this is definitely not going to be a day vlog because I have a lot lined up for today and tomorrow. So I'm going to bring you guys along just to share and to motivate you and to share tips and tricks with you as to how you can also save money, because I figured that is one thing that actually keeps people from doing certain things for themselves and, you know, taking care of their body, taking care of their skin and their needs, just because of how expensive it is. Forget it, whether you're earning big or not, it is just very, very expensive to be able to do some of these things very consistently. You have to just know that you'll be losing a lot of money doing that. So let's get started, and please subscribe if this is something you're interested in learning or like watching. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and let's get right into it. So to get started today, I am going to be waxing. If you are not new on this channel, you would know that I always wax and I love to wax. It is the hair removal technique that has worked for me and I absolutely love it. People feel like, oh, waxing is painful, but you know, it is that one pain that your brain registered, or discomfort, your brain will register it and it's gone. You don't feel it like you should be feeling it. Like the pain is not renewed with every time. So that excuse that, oh, waxing can be discomforting and, you know, can be painful, it is not like that. I'm not saying there is no discomfort. I'm just saying that it's something that is endurable. So I make my sugar wax. I mean, sometimes, you know, back in the day I would buy the Vit wax, but again, I figured the Vit wax is not as good as my own sugar wax or traditional sugar wax that we make at home back in Nigeria. I am someone that my body or my lifestyle for self-care is really high maintenance. I have to be on top of it to be able to see the benefits. Oh my goodness, this my turban is making me look like a mommy Gio today. But yeah, so anyways, when I get lazy, I go buy the wax strips. Again, I will have to go through a whole lot to be able to get what I want, my desired result. So again, one way I save money now is to make my own sugar wax. I make batch, and this by batch I mean maybe 6 cups. This was like 6 cups of sugar. So 6 cups of sugar would give me 2 tubs, these tubs like this. And this is my second tub. Actually, the first tub I made, I kind of wasted it because I used wax strip. But if I make it traditionally, like how they make it back home in Nigeria, using the hand instead of the wax strip, it's a lot more efficient. So that is tip number 1. If you make your sugar wax like this, if you are not familiar with the technique of using your hand to remove the hair, you can just buy these wax strips, very affordable, on Amazon, and you can always melt your sugar to a more loose consistency than what we have in here, and you use it to remove the hair. It's going to cost you less than $5 to make a huge batch of sugar wax and keep. That is one thing I am going to be doing, and it is going to be an exclusive content, membership content. If it's something you're interested in, make sure you join my membership, my channel membership, for you to be able to have access to how you can make this. You will have a detailed video, everything on how to make this. I would also be bringing an exclusive membership content on how to use your hand and consistency of the sugar for body and the consistency of the sugar for face, because these are 2 different techniques and slightly different in terms of consistency, and consistency in your sugar wax makes a whole lot of difference. Look at my hand. and it might look like, oh, I'm not due for waxing because there is no much hair that you can see, you can pick up from my skin, but I am due, and that is because waxing your body frequently and consistently shrinks your pores. It shrinks your pores to the point that the hair that comes out of those hair follicles are really faint and almost non-existent, except someone like really puts their eyes into your skin. That is when they can see it. So I can walk around for another 2 weeks with my body like this, and you won't be able to tell that there is hair. And it goes for every other part of your body. So this is my second way that I save money. Every now and then I would maybe just buy a scrub from Tree Hut, but I make my own body scrub. Once I learned again about ingredients, what is good for my body, what is good for my skin, I started making my own body scrub. This is a turmeric body scrub with licorice powder in it, and the licorice powder is for brightening and exfoliation, and the turmeric is for anti-inflammatory. And turmeric does have a property in it that kind of controls the rate at which your hair grows back. So that is why, again, it is advisable and professionally advised that once you wax, it is best for you to go in with a turmeric product, whether as a bath soap or as a scrub, just to exfoliate your skin. For my scrub, now making this in batch allows me to always scoop out of it, scoop into a small container. And today I'm going to be adding my Dilka powder. This is available for purchase on my Etsy shop, and also by the time you guys will be getting this video, it's also available for purchase on my TikTok shop. Hopefully we are still waiting for the registration to pull through, and also my website www.jamiladaura.com. So this intro is getting long, but one thing I'm going to say is that, again, if you are a beginner waxer, I'm going to advise that you start with the strip. Make your sugar wax, get a wax warmer. This is a wax warmer. If I ever have to use the strip, which I prefer to use my strip for underarm and bikini lines, because I can control it better, and I don't have to switch between hands, because it's easier to do here but very difficult to do the same side. And yeah, so I hope you're motivated with to actually take self-care seriously. It can be affordable. It is when you go outside to want to do it with all these med spas and spas. Of course, for facial, I would advise you go to a med spa to get your facials done if you have a skin condition. If you are not good, if you're not familiar with the ingredients, of course go to a med spa. But when it comes to the holistic part of things, you can actually do it yourself at home and even get better results than you would get from the spas out there that does waxing, because there are a lot of follow-ups with waxing that you don't get from those spas. So I want to show you guys that this is basically the size of wax that I will be using today, and this will be able to work for my legs, both legs, full legs, my arm, and probably the tummy area, TMI, because this is going to be full body wax. And this is why I said it is more efficient if you use the hand method than to use your sugar strips. So quick update, guys, this is what it's looking like right now. The problem now is that the weather is very cold, so the sugar, instead of loosening up as I keep using it, it is hardening the more. So I just got water and I'll dip it into the water and I bring it out to just loosen it up. Now if you're in Nigeria or a warmer climate, you can't do this if it's too hot. So if the weather is too hot, you're going to have problem. If the weather is too cold, it's going to still, it's even worse if the weather is cold. I prefer it if the weather is warm, then you can that consistency is there and you work faster. But when the weather is very cold, you work harder. That is for me. So fam, this is update. 2 legs, 1 arm done, and I want to get the other arm done, and you want to transfer it from my right hand to my left, and it's sticky right now, and so that is to show you that the sugar is getting to the final stage of fuse. And I can still use it for the other arm, but I just want to show you the easiest way to transfer is to knead when you need your sugar, it makes it easy to transfer and leave little mess on the other hand. Like, look at, so, and there is oil from the sugar, oil from your skin that is already showing. That's all this sheen you guys are seeing. I'm going to turn this one down because it's looking like I might not need to. This is my last update for the sugar waxing, but I wanted to share another tip that I use. This is powder, setting powder from Mera Cosmetics. Don't judge me, guys. So I had a whole set of this Mera Cosmetics powder and I didn't know what to use. This shade was not for me, it's the ginger shade, so I decided to be using it as my waxing powder. So I use this to set areas like bikini line areas, underarm, where you know that you secrete sweat, and it's bound to happen once you start waxing your body. Wherever you start, the rest of your body warms up. Even the sugar wax gets a little bit warm, and that is why it gets to this stage. So I'm going to be using this to set other part of my body that I'm about to wax now, and that will be the last part. And let me see the time. I started waxing around 9:30 thereabout, out to 10. It's currently almost 11 o'clock, and yes, it's just a good time. My sugar is about to fall, so let me get going. This is a scrub that I dished out from the batch. This is how I do it. I have this glass bowl and I'm just going to add some milk. This is going to further help exfoliate the skin since I won't be steaming or like going into my sauna rather. So I'm going to add 1 teaspoon, more than 1 teaspoon of Dilka, because this is supposed to be for the whole body. We don't need a lot. And the last thing I'm going to be adding is argan oil. I have a bit inside here. I have a bit of sandalwood oil here. This is my sandalwood oil. This is the original sandalia. So just add here. I'm going to add a little bit of humra. And I'm not using this on my face, so I can add all this. It's just for my body. So my body is going to be properly perfumed and be ready for my dokhan tomorrow. So this is all, and I'm just going to add a little bit of water. So look how my spoon got. Let me just use my hand. My hand is clean, so you definitely will not get this kind of treatment in any spa here in America, except it's owned by an African, run by a northern Nigerian or a Sudanese person. So let me get to work. Hey fam, so I am all freshened up. I love how I feel. I just love every skincare or self-care routine that I do. It just makes me feel so, I don't know what to say, like I just feel like there's this reward I get from it, that I feel like I've just rewarded myself for all the hard work that I do, being a mom, being whatever it is that I do, my responsibilities, and being able to execute them. Then once I do something like this, I just see it as a reward, and most especially doing it by myself. So I look at that, look at, like, you can't just get this from the spas, except you are, I don't know, just like I said, you just can't get this. I mean, if you have time to go out there and pay someone what, $150 to $200 to wax your feet, your legs, your arms, your bikini underarm, because that is going to cost that much depending on where you're living. And they kind of rush through it because one client onto the next client. I mean, if you have that time to go out to do it and you have that money, you can also spend that time and do it at home and save the money. When I do scented body routine like this, I don't, oh my goodness, I don't go in with with my regular body lotion. I go, even though it has oils in it, I don't go in with my regular body lotion. I go in with either strictly oils or body butters, and because I want it to kind of help hold on to the scent, the scent of whatever it is that I have used. And any scrub that you buy from stores, like once you use it, do it as the last step to your skin, to your shower routine. Don't do it while before you scrub. Some people do that, and just go in with a body oil. The body butter, I decided to do a body butter today, and I just want to say thank you to Mintus Cosmetics for sending this to me. She sent this product to me alongside a vitamin C, a face serum, which I'm going to share at some point in this video. So I've been using it and I absolutely love it. Look at my skin, guys. Look at that skin from the pinky finger. But anyways, this is a cocoa butter buttercream body product. It has kojic acid, CoQ10, and cocoa butter in it. You can get the cocoa butter from it. It is in the air. One thing that stands out for me with this body butter is that because it's a body butter cream, it's not just like a butter and it's seated there like oils melted. So I take it that there is some kind of either stearic acid or beeswax or soy wax that is used to kind of hold on to emulsify the oil, because this feels like, now it feels very edible. It is very, very soft. It is not like your regular butter. It is like the kind of buttercream that you add to your cake. That is what I'm getting from it. That is how buttery it is, and I absolutely love it. This one just stands out in terms of texture and consistency, and yeah, I applied it, and this is going to help, you know, let the scent from my sandalwood, from my humra, you know, stay longer on my body. And it's just something that you should know. If you want your perfumes or your scent to stay longer on your body, you want to use more oils on your body as opposed to just lotion is just going to let it evaporate like that. Hey fam, so today is another day of this self-care at home vlog and how I save money. Today is going to be face care, and I do advise a lot of people, like when COVID happened, people picked interest in how to do things for themselves. Then COVID went away, and that kind of reduced, you know. And one of the most important thing for me for face care is, you know, getting rid of whatever it is, dead skin from the face, facial hair if you have any, or peach fuzz, and you know, just keeping the skin healthy by using the right products and techniques to help take care of your skin based on your skin type. So today what I want to do is face wax. I have already done a fixed wax video on this channel, still using the same fixed wax. I just went downstairs to warm it. Twice in a month I do steam my face. I don't do it every week because it, as good as face steaming is, you stand a very high chance of getting rid of all the balanced moisture, oil balanced moisture of your skin. One benefit I have noticed with waxing of my face, sincerely, since when I started, I've been doing it for a while, but I've just not been consistent because I still love my dermaplaning tool. I love my dermaplaning tools. It's just easy and all that, but my PCOS hair that comes out very thick and very annoying and stands out on my face, I have been focusing on those areas with wax, and it has significantly reduced, and the pigmentation that the ingrown hairs caused in the past are also fading. Unfortunately, I can't give you all that details and start showing up my neck like that, but yes, I just wanted to tell you, if you are someone with PCOS and you know you're looking for options to get rid of facial hair, when you start, it's not always very smooth because sometimes there is a technique to it, there is a consistency that your sugar has to be, the temperature and all that. So if you do it wrongly, it can cause adverse reactions like bumps, again, bruising of the skin. And I did experience that at some point, because there was a day that my wax wasn't the best and I didn't care. I just went on, and I regret. So I regretted doing that. However, we've gone past that stage. So that is one thing I love about waxing, but I still love my dermaplaning tool, which I still cannot come to wax my upper lip. It is very, very scary. Let me show you how to tell you how expensive face waxing can be in this country. Is that upper lip waxing is like $10 just to wax this place. Then if you want to do brows and upper lip, you're spending like $25. If you want to do your whole face, you're spending about $50 to $55 depending on where you are. If you have to add your full body waxing, arms alone is like $15 each. That is $30 for both arms, half. So no, okay, sorry, $15 for half and about $30 to $40 for full arm. So, and for legs, more expensive, half leg maybe $30, full leg you're talking about $70. So by the time you put this together, there is a spa that I know close to where I live, and that spa alone, when you go there to wax, from their menu and what they have, underarm waxing and bikini waxing is $90. So imagine having to do all of your body, and imagine being somebody like me that has a lot of hair and you have to always consistently take out hair every three weeks. So tell me, how much do you think I'll be spending? So once I'm done with the face wax, I'm just going to do a treatment, and I'm just going to go in with this clay mask. I love this. This is from Borgis. It is a high-end product, so I use it small, and the good thing is that it has a 2 years life shelf life. Hey fam, so I am done, and this is the last part of this video. I just want to share with you guys the last thing, or one of the few things that I also do to save money when it comes to self-care, and that is doing my pedis and my mani myself. You guys have seen that on this channel. The reason why I'm talking about this right now is that I want to share how that has impacted my choices. I used to be someone that loved I still love my nails long, and I love to back then I used to like run to the salon to go get my nail polish on, get gel on, and they started destroying my nail bed, so I had to, you know, reduce from doing that. And once I stopped doing that again, and this is, you know, it for 5 days, you just have something for 5 days and you have to worry about removing it. And because of how short that removal period is from application, like just the time between application and removal is so short, it was doing more damage to my nails. So any opportunity I had, I would go. I mean, this is not something I was doing every month, but for me to be able to do that, and pedicure, sometimes, you know, my pedicure, this thing that I pick is usually $45–$55. If I don't want the pebble massage and all those things, is $45. If I want that with the hot towel wrap and all that, is $55. So that is a lot. So imagine having to do that every month, and because you have to do all these things in a consistent pace for you to maximize the benefit. So imagine doing that $45, let's keep it at $45 for how many 12 months in a year, $450 for about $545 or $590 or thereabout, if my math is correct. So that is how much you have to spend. Other than that, pedicure, let's say half of that, so that is about $600 or $700 for you to be able to get basic pedi and manicure done every month in a year. Do the math. I've not actually had a press on in over a year. I have quite a collection of them, but I just found that they no longer interest me like they used to. Alhamdulillah for growth. Thank God for growth. I mean, this is something we get to do once in a month when you're on your period. Sometimes, you know, depending on your cycle, if you're someone that gets your period up to twice in a month, that is a win-win for you. I mean, you get to like flex those periods. Again, malams do not have anything against that, except, you know, you cannot use it to pray. But once you're on your period, feel free, get it done and get rid of it. That is just the simple truth. Do not overthink it. So, but I now have my love for henna now came back. You know, once I stopped doing all of these things, honestly, my love for henna came back. I healed my nails, you know, from the acrylic damage and the gel damage. I healed it using henna. So I started having more henna on my finger. If you can still see the stain of the last one that I did here from last year, you see this is a stain, and my nails are stronger, you know, with henna. My advice is that you should think about a better alternative to whatever it is that takes up your money a lot, and a better alternative is usually just doing it by yourself. One way we have really saved money again a lot in this house is my daughter's hair. For my hair is dreadlocks. I have locks on my hair, and with my locks I can interlock it myself, do my locking myself. So that is a win-win for me. When I just moved to the States, it didn't make sense to me that the mister was always doing everything by himself. Like, we'll probably need something fixed and the man is fixing it by himself, buying the parts like for the car or just something around the house. And I'm coming from a place where labor is pretty affordable. You can just call somebody to come fix something, and maximum they charge you is what, 50,000 naira, 10,000 naira, 15,000 here and there. There was no burden on us. We were used to having people work for us, do things for us. But when I came to the States, it was just a whole world. It's like you're earning and it's showing in your lifestyle. But in America, you're earning, it is not showing in your lifestyle. Not to say that every now and then I'm not going to indulge. If I want to indulge, I definitely would. Last year, the whole of last year, I got pedicure done 3 times. Yeah, 4 times. 3 of those times was in Nigeria. 1 was here on my birthday. That was the most I spent. For hair, I don't know how much I spent on hair last year. Whatever I spent on hair last year was only in Nigeria, and I didn't spend more than, converting it to the US money, I didn't spend more than $50. I did go for waxing a couple of times, and those times I spent about $50 to $70. I did get facials done more last year than I did. I think 3 times I went for facials 3 times last year, and during all those times I think I had spent all of them in all maybe $150 to $70 for the 3 facials I did last year. Living in Nigeria, living in Africa, is the lifestyle is easily more affordable there than it is over here in the US. So yeah, this is just something I'm putting out here early on in the year so that you can decide moving forward. Pick one item that you want to learn, one self-care routine that you want to learn, whether it's facials, whether it's waxing, whether it's even making your sugar wax. You know, pick it and experiment with it for the next 6 months, 3 months, and see how much you're able to save from there. From there you can keep building up. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video and chit chat with me. See you in my next video. Please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Bye and stay blessed.